Country stars Tim McGraw, Faith Hill celebrate, going strong, since the 90s. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill have been married since 1996. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill are still madly in love after 27 years of marriage. To celebrate New Year's Day, McGraw posted an old photo of him with Hill, captioning it, "Happy New Year. 1999 and still going strong." The picture, taken about 24 years ago, shows him standing behind Hill with his arms wrapped tightly around her. The country music superstars met in 1994 in Nashville. They were both in relationships with other people at the time, and it wasn't until she performed as his opening act on a 1996 tour that they made a love connection. Looking back on that time, McGraw told People, "We were young and silly and goo-goo-eyed in love." Hill, who was engaged to record producer Scott Hendricks at the time, later opened up about getting together with McGraw, telling the publication, "If someone is going to judge my character because I was engaged to somebody and then I left him for somebody else, oh, okay, now she's a slut and a bad person, I can't control that. But I wasn't about to let Tim slip through my hands." They were married the same year they started dating. In a 2021 video McGraw shared to social media, he admitted that before his successful proposal, she turned him down a number of times. That June, they were performing at a festival. They had these trailer houses set up, McGraw recalled. "I'm getting ready to go on stage, and I had this sort of case that had this big mirror in it. She's standing there, and we're talking, and I said, 'Look, let's get married.' And she says, 'You're asking me to marry you at a country music festival in a trailer house.' And I said, 'Well, it's pretty apropos if you think about it.' She goes, 'Are you serious?' And I said, 'Well, yeah, I'm serious.' I came off the stage and went back into my dressing room, and Faith wasn't there, but I looked at the mirror. In lipstick it said, 'Yes, I'm gonna be your wife.' And we still have that mirror. And it was the best day of my life, that's for sure." They were married October 6, 1996, and the next January, they revealed that they were expecting their first child together. They welcomed their oldest daughter, Grace, in May 1997. Their second daughter, Maggie, came along in August 1998. In 2001, Faith gave birth to a third child, Audrey. In August, McGraw told Apple Music host Zane Lowe, "I guarantee you, had I not gotten married to Faith at 29 years old, A, I probably would have ran my career into the ground, and B, I would have died already with my career into the ground, one or the other. And it wouldn't have ever been where it's at now." That month, the "Live Like You Were Dying" singer released his album, Standing Room Only. To celebrate the occasion, Hill posted about the record on social media, writing, "Still after all this time and so many albums. You never cease to amaze me. You are an absolute master of your art. In every way. Congratulations. My love. We are so proud of you." While the two seem more than happy to gush about one another publicly, Hill has made it clear that she's also comfortable appreciating his appearance in front of their fans. When the album cover was released last summer, she shared the photo and captioned it, "Can you be any hotter?" She added a series of fire emojis, and signed her brief but supportive message, "Love you, wife." In November, McGraw confessed that while they clearly love each other, there are some disagreements from time to time, and music is what is most often at the forefront of those arguments. "I mean, we're two different artists. We don't always agree, musically. In fact, some of our biggest disagreements come when we're putting a tour together," McGraw admitted during Time magazine's Person of the Week podcast. "Faith's very type A," he explained. "I'm a mess. I'll throw clothes everywhere. I mean, she's always, constantly on me about picking my clothes up. I mean, I spent 30 years living in a hotel, in and out. So I'm just constantly throwing stuff everywhere, and she's like, 'You got to clean up after yourself.'" McGraw admits his personality shifts when performing is involved. "When I'm putting a show together, I'm very type A. I want everything right, in the right place at the right time. And Faith wants to freewheel it a lot. Just because she's so talented. And she doesn't want to be constrained. So, some of the times, we knock heads a little bit, but we figure it out," he clarified. "We always have a great time touring together." Despite their differences, McGraw maintains that he and Hill always have each other's backs. "She's my biggest fan, I'm her biggest fan," he said. "I play music for her all the time. Like I said, we don't always agree. There's songs that I've loved and put on an album that she goes, 'I don't think I would put that on an album.' And vice versa. There's songs that I've loved that she didn't record that I thought, 'Man, you should have recorded that.' But she's had enough success that I've been proven wrong so many times that I learned to trust her completely on what she wants to do. And she's learned to trust me on what I want to do. When the couple first got together, McGraw says they were acutely aware of the tough circumstances in front of them. We knew that it wasn't going to be easy for two people who do the same thing to stay together for a long time and raise a family, and we had a lot of long talks before we got married. And we knew what kind of family we wanted. We also knew, and made a promise to each other, that we weren't going to run out the door at the first sight of trouble. That we were going to tough things out.